Wow. So, this reminds me of when I was working with the Muppets and everything was opposite to how it felt in real life. Um, wow. Welcome. This is something new for me. I really wanted to talk with you about aging magnificently. But the motto is no matter the number of your years, always be aging magnificently. Um, I made a great dinner tonight. I made cod unpapillote in paper. I put celery, sun dried tomatoes, and lots of nice spices on the cod, and I had jasmine rice and butternut squash. It was really nice, and I enjoy cooking. I like my own cooking, and I'm trying to get that balance of, you know, a lot of plant based foods and protein whenever I want. I just thought I'd come on and before I do John Fugelsang show tonight. It's hashtag Handsome Monday. I love doing that show on Sirius XM. John Fugelsang show is called Tell Me Everything, and I'll be on with him in his 10 o'clock hour on the East Coast. I come in sometime around there. I don't know if this is live, if it's really happening or not, but I wanted to try this and talk about YouTube. YouTube is so wild. It really is wild. I have a love-hate relationship with social media. Um, I can't believe that I of the people that I am following and subscribe to on YouTube social media, half of them are feuding with each other, and I'm like, how the heck did this happen? How is it that I chose these people and they're yelling at each other on their own channels? So that's kind of wild. But I named this Reconsidering Amanda because for a very, very long time I have been reconsidering Amanda Seals. I liked her work whenever I see her as an actress or as a comedian. But for a while, I felt I was being influenced to not like Amanda. Not as a performer, an artist. I found out she sings, she draws, she writes, she reads, she acts. But I felt like it wasn't her work that I was being influenced against, or that a bias was being presented. It was her, and I'm going. I don't even know her. Why do people want me to dislike her, or why do I feel like I dislike her? I don't know her, and I came across her channel, and I don't agree with every single thing, every point of view of hers, but I enjoy her show, her broadcasts, several days a week, and she's funny, she's vibrant, she's smart, and she likes telling people she's smart, but there's nothing wrong with that. I like one of the things that I liked today was that people were talking about the words that she uses a lot, and I felt like, well, oh, these are all words that I studied, in high school. These were my vocabulary words, and she has discussions around things that I'm interested in. Some of the things I get informed, some of the things I don't agree with, and I don't I don't care to comment on. But she's very creative. She's got all of these cards that she's creating, pins that she's creating. I'm not. I know there's probably nobody who's going to tell you, oh, go to rondahandsome.com and become a member there so you can get my information, that you can find out more about me. But this is really, I had to say, I don't understand why there seemed to be some collusion or collaboration on information to propagandize, to bias people, bias me against this woman who, when I listen to her program, her show, I enjoy. I'm really upset that I'm on YouTube so much, looking at all these people talking about their interests, and I'm not presenting mine. And I think part of that was that there's that introvert part of me that my comedy is an overcompensation for, but kind of shy and just kind of scared, because these internet streets, these YouTube streets are scary. Like I said, people are beefing with each other, yelling at each other, and oh my God, it's wild. It's wild. And sometimes I feel like I may be too mature for these streets. I might not be able to handle what's going on out here. Um, what else did I want to say? I think part of why I'm doing this is I'm trying to figure out, how do people make money on social media. When I left stand-up comedy for couple of reasons. I felt like I couldn't speak and say what I wanted to say, and I felt like I wasn't being really recognized. When I came back, someone said, "Well, you've got to be on social media," and they used the example that some guy who would take, excuse my phraseology, who would take a dump, had all of these followers, and that it was so important to have followers. And I'll have to tell you, I've been back into the game for quite some time now, and it has just been so challenging to get followers. I was doing a blog, She's So Funny, uh, that's on Facebook, with a group of people, and I would write this blog like weekly, religiously. And I could not get people to comment, even people who had read it. People would tell me, oh, I loved your blog, but they wouldn't comment. They wouldn't like, they wouldn't share. I mean, I have relatives who I see on social media, they will share other comedians clips and stuff. I've never, I don't think I've ever had one of my relatives share any of my stuff, and that's not surprising, but I feel some kind of way about it, obviously. But anyway, so I was told, oh, you really, if you're going to be doing this, you got to be on social media. And I'm here, and it's just odd to be thinking, well, maybe I'll get one follower, or maybe I'll get another person. Oh, by the way, I do want to thank all my VIP members at rondahandsome.com. I am really delighted that you are have made that decision to be a member there. I am working on getting the content on there at least 3 times a week. That's what I'm going to try to do. Right now, I think it's like at least once a week. I'm freshening the content. I am challenged. I'm challenged by the technology. I'm challenged by the, the getting over my shyness, my hesitancy about doing this when I tell stories. Oh, I love doing storytelling. I just recently did storytelling, Robin Beatty house concert storytelling, and also Tale, New York's finest storytelling with Harmon Leon. And I was working on a new story, and it was just glorious for me. I mean, I had so much fun. I always enjoy doing both of those shows. I love doing the stand up. I'll be at Comedy in Harlem sometime soon, and I think I'm booked for something else with Luz Michelle this month. But I have been trying to also stick my toe into this going live, and just to see what the experience is. It's interesting being a very mature person who did not grow up with the cell phone in my hand, and uh, social media dictating, all that I did. And I'm pretty glad too, because gee willikers, some of that stuff. But I I was you remember when TikTok was going to be taken off uh, social media? All of these influencers came on and started talking about their lies, how they lie, and the things that they were doing were untrue. And I'm going, how do these people have all of these followers and all of this influence, and they're liars? So I've started putting, some of my pictures and sometimes a video of what I made. Like I will post, I guess, on Instagram a picture of my dinner tonight. I had jasmine rice with the cod cooked in paper. I sort of like doing that on papillon and the butternut squash. But and I say, well, this is for all these lion ass influencers on TikTok. Oh, I made this food and now I'm really going to eat it. They would do all this and they wouldn't eat it. They'd order the food in and like just set it up and make believe they had done it. But that's not for me, because I enjoy cooking, and I enjoy eating. So I am going to be trying to post more about what I enjoy. I have started going to the gym. I really love rollerblading, and I haven't done that in a while. When the weather is really nice, it's coming along now. I think going to try to get back out in the park with my rollerblades. But I started going to the gym. I had this weird experience. I want to work with a trainer because I want someone to help me understand which machines would be best for this mature divine body of mine to tone up and make it so that I'm not concerned about how my clothes fit. I and I really feel some kind of way about my trainer. He really doesn't know me. I came in and he thought I was somebody else. I mean, literally, he thought I was somebody else, and we had never even worked together. It was so strange. And I said, don't you want us to talk about my goals and what I want to do? And he goes, well, you've gained weight and you're trying to be more active. And I'm looking at him like, I'm very active. I am very active. I I really want to uh, help in deciding which machines do I use when I come in here, so I don't feel like a gym dork, you know. And he proceeds to have me go through weights, work out with weights, and like these, those bells, that you hold, like, I don't know, 15 pounds or something. And I go, well, how many am I going to do? And he goes, till I tell you to stop. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, what, what did I get myself into? And I still haven't worked on any of the machines with him yet, except one. He says, after I worked with the weights for a while, he says, get on the treadmill. Now it's time for cardio, and he's cardio workout, and he sets it, for an amount that really is too much for me because I have issues with my right knee and my left ankle. So we'll see. I'm going to check in with him tomorrow, actually, and see if he recognizes me, if he knows who I am, and if he knows what my goals are. I am, I'm trying to use things to help me stay taking care of myself. It's very important. You hear people talk about self care, and sounds so cliche, but for me, as a mature person aging magnificently, it really it really is important. Um, Let me see. I again, I I don't even know if this is this thing on. Is this thing on? Um, it's an opportunity for me to experiment. I know what I. Oh yes, what else I wanted to tell you. Um, I had, uh, and I hope you're not eating while I'm talking about this, but I actually had a colorectal specimen stolen from my mailbox area. I don't understand why anyone would want to steal that specimen from the mailbox area. And I'm going to ask the president of my co-op if she could look at the video and see who walked off with all of my Shiite. Uh, it's so weird, absolutely weird. Um, Let me see. So I did talk about Amanda. But even in reconsidering Amanda, that whole episode around her has made me feel like so much is being manipulated. Like Trump went to the Pope's funeral and he wore a blue suit, and it was presented that Trump wore a blue suit. When I saw a larger picture of the dignitaries who were there were a lot more people there who had on blue suits, not more than the black suited people, as the dress code had been asked. And but there were a sprinkling of blue suits there, and they didn't say that Trump was the only person who wore a blue suit and disrespected the dress code for the Pope's funeral. But the way it was presented and broadcast on uh, legacy and social media was that he was the one who was like, stuck his mushroom in the punch bowl. And I just felt like I'm not crazy about this person. Why tell me something that feels like it's designed to manipulate me to not like this person even more? I mean, I'm at a pretty high level already. Why manipulate the situation? And then I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, this goes on every single day with just about everything that's going on in our world, in my opinion. In my opinion. Um, so I'm excited about the next Politunatics cartoon that I want to talk to my partner, Scott Williams, about illustrating. Go to politunatics.com and see what we're offering there with those political cartoons. They're really great. It's trivia game art collection. You can pre-order now. at Politics, Politics, Politics. Um, Scott's a great illustrator. You can follow him on Instagram and Facebook. But I really, this is so odd. It's like talking into a void, and I know as soon as I really make it a diary and say something really revealing and really stupid or controversial, that's when suddenly, weird stuff will start to happen. But this was an experiment, and I want people to know no matter the number of your years, you should always be aging magnificently, and trying new things and learning new things and taking care of yourself. It's really true. I know that if I had known that I was going to live this long, and I probably would have taken better care of myself, through the aging process. You don't think about it when you're vibrantly young, and now I'm vibrantly mature. I'm doing the best that I can, and trying to stay active mentally, and physically and spiritually. Oh my gosh, that whole aspect. By the way, I am a lapsed Catholic, a recovering Catholic. That was, that they, and that's funny now that to be talking about the popes, um, the conclave coming up now. I wonder if they're going to have a transgender pope. Oh my God! If you saw Conclave, you know what I'm talking about. But let me see. Well, I think there's nobody here but me, and and that's okay, because as I said, this is an experiment. So so far it's been pretty successful. I want to thank anyone who is here. If you are here, go to ronthehandsome.com, or check me out on Twitter, Elon Musk's X. I'm also Great Gray 17 on Blue Sky. I anchor the Real News on Politipod podcast, which is available on SoundCloud. And I'm going to do John Fugelsang's show on Sirius XM in a little while, in about an hour or so. Here, I'm on the East Coast. He's on channel 127 on Sirius XM Progress, which I mentioned that I really like. Um, I'm on Facebook, and also Blag Enough. I'm on Blag Enough, and Instagram, at Rhonda Full. That's two L's on there. And I don't know really what I expect from being on all of these platforms. It's been very challenging to get interesting, authentic interchanges going. On Twitter, I did have that with a couple of people, but I'm not into buying followers. I mean, I'm trying to figure out, how do you monetize being on these platforms. I know when I used to see science fiction movies where people were actually doing what I'm doing now, I'm going, who on earth? This makes no sense. Why is this? We have regular TV, we have regular movies. Why would anybody be looking at an individual person? But and here I am doing it. It's kind of wild. It's kind of real, and kind of thrilling. So this has been an experiment, and as I said, quite successful. Uh, check me out on rondahandsome.com and Politunatics on Politipod, on Blue Sky, where I'm Great Gray 17, on Black Enough, and on Twitter. It's so ridiculous trying to call it X. For me, X is Malcolm X, you know. But we'll see. We'll see how this experiment fares in the algorithm. Not that it matters. It really doesn't matter. I mean, if my own relatives don't share my stuff, what can I expect from complete strangers? Except to take to heart my motto: no matter the number of your years, always be aging magnificently. Uh, I love you. I love me. And I appreciate you. Bye.